Mr. President, you asked to see me.
I know you're busy.
What do you need, sir? Sir?
I want to give you a word of warning.
Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it.
Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning.
You're kidding.
I need a favor.
Whatever you say, sir, Jefferson will pay for this behavior.
Talk less.
I'll use the press, I'll write under a pseudonym. You'll see what I can do to him.
I need you to draft an address.
Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your mind.
No. He's stepping down so he can run for president.
Good luck defeating you, sir.
I'm stepping down, I'm not running for president.
I'm sorry, what?
One last time. Relax, have a drink with me. One last time. Let's take a break tonight, and then we'll teach him how to say goodbye. To say goodbye, you and I. To talk about neutrality.
Sir, with Britain and France on the verge of war, is this the best time?
I want to warn against partisan fighting.
What?
Pick up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom I have earned.
As far as the people are concerned, you have to serve. You could continue to serve.
One last time, the people will hear from me. One last time. And if we get this right, we're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. You and I.
Mr. President, they will say you're weak.
No, they will see we're strong.
Your position is so unique.
So I'll use it to move them along.
Why do you have to say goodbye?
If I say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. It outlives me when I'm gone. Like the scripture says, everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. They'll be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, a moment alone in the shade, at home in this nation we've made. One last time.
One last time. Though, in reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error, I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. I shall also carry with me the hope that my country will view them with indulgence, and that after 45 years of my life dedicated to its service with an upright zeal, the faults of incompetent abilities will be consigned to oblivion, as I myself will soon be to the mansions of rest.
I anticipate with pleasing expectation that retreat in which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens, the benign influence of good laws under a free government, the ever-favorite object of my heart, and the happy reward, as I trust, of our mutual cares, labors, and dangers. One last time.
George Washington's going home.
Teach him how to say goodbye.
George Washington's going
You
home.
and I.
George Washington's going home.
Going home.
George Washington's going home.
History has its eyes
George
on
Washington's going
you,
home.
yeah. We're gonna teach them how to say
Teach them
goodbye.
how to say
Teach them
goodbye.
how to say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
One last
There we are. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming and checking us out. Thank you for joining the Rough Craft for one last time. And yes, we did just equate the Rough Craft ending to George Washington ending his presidency. At least that's what I was equating it to. It's very similar, I like to think. Tonight, I'm Tom, and with me, as always, my co-host and best friend, Matt. And also joining us as our guest / co-host, Neil Romreel, the greatest author on Amazon.
Wow, that's some big praises. Thanks, man.
Thank you, Tom.
I'm happy that you consider me your best friend.
Well, I mean, I don't have many options. Tonight, it's I think it's obvious this is like a farewell stream. We've killed the Rough Craft multiple times already, and said goodbye. And due to conflicting schedules, we were gonna actually launch the new channel tonight. But here we are now doing a transitional show, and explain a little bit what it is Rough Craft is transitioning to, and a lot of that has to do with Neil Romreel, so that's why we wanted him to be here with us as well. And I don't know, I'll let you guys talk a little bit before I ramble myself.
No, you were doing great.
Say, keep it up.
Yeah, I still got a drink
Doing
to pour in my rough craft glass. That
There you go.
That's going to be a collector's item. It's
Yep,
going to be a
it's gonna
collector's
be-
item for sure.
one
Yeah.
of one. Someone give me $4 million for it.
Yeah, the Rough Craft, the death of the Rough Craft. I've talked about that. We've labored on that enough. So everybody knows why the show is ending. I assume at this point. I don't know.
It's
But
'cause we're making a new one.
It's because you guys are drug addicts and
yeah, that's what it
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm fresh out of
gambling
rehab. I
maniac.
think
He's going right back to the bottom, but that wasn't the problem. So we're
right,
good.
right off the wagon.
But yeah, we're transitioning to a new show. The new show probably shouldn't even go check it out. It's not worth your time. And that's the name of the show.
Genius.
Oh,
Yeah.
the punniness of it all.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. We would make a title like that unless we. I mean, I wouldn't. That was the whole reason I even pitched it. But yeah,
Well,
we're
wasn't
gonna.
your first idea for the y'all see the logo soon. But the first idea was for the logo was like a circle and two hands.
No, that's what it looked like. It actually, in very small print, it said "not worth your time" wrapping around it, and it was a clock. And the whole idea, it's.
Nope.
I think it's
Never gonna miss. Y'all never gonna miss that burp on the mic.
I think it's the best logo I've ever created, while simultaneously being the worst. It's unreadable. You have no idea what it is.
It's a thinking man's logo.
Yeah, and just
Don't
and
need those around here.
just to have it explained to you so you can understand what it is or read it.
Let me explain
Somebody-
it to you.
Oh my
simple.
gosh.
That's a part of the whole dynamic of it in the first place because it's not worth your time. It's not worth your time to have to figure out what the fuck that logo says, and that's the idea. But it got scrapped, and like Matt said, you'll be introduced to the new one soon. But the new show, Matt, Neil, I'll let one of you guys kind of explain what the new show is going to be because that's what I'd like to spend our time here. You know,
Well, if y'all ever watched any of the last 3 streams, that's basically what it is.
yeah, we're
Well,
gonna yeah.
Just some asshole just coming in randomly and just talking mad shit to Neil about his book.
Yeah, I don't think that's
That's
exactly
gonna be
how that
every
works, but
character
okay.
that I play.
Every character. I like that. Now, I will say, like, you'll see, you know, some of the new stuff that we've been working on for the new show. Everything's not necessarily final. It's building blocks. The Rough Craft took a long time to get to where it is now, as far as visuals and stuff. So the
And it
next,
still failed.
the next
Failure's not
iteration-
final.
there you go. That's an old reference.
That's
the
a callback.
That's the first group Matt and I put together that failed. It's not the last. So but yeah, the new thing, it's not a final product. It's just enough to get the ball rolling, and it'll be upgraded as things go along, just like the Rough Craft has. It's always been a work in progress. At least with the Rough Craft, we had the moniker could say it's the Rough Craft. It's always rough. It's always being crafted. I guess the new one, no matter what we do, we can just say it's not worth your time. So
Yeah, just don't listen to it. And then the next one that we do after not worth your time is the rough time.
The rough time.
This is,
it's
Just
it's
this is
rough
where
time.
this is where we all fall into alcoholism, and it's just our families
It's a-
have left us.
I'm looking forward to that arc. That'll be in our 40s, maybe.
This is the rough time.
40s. Jeez.
Well, I mean, for us. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not too long. That'd be our midlife crisis. Getting on here just screaming into a camera. There won't be many changes.
Turn it into King Cobra JFS.
But yeah, the new
No one knows who that is.
the new show is basically just us just hanging out, interviewing whoever we want about anything, I guess, that we want. It could be about writing. I think a lot of it will kind of be centered around writing. So anybody
Yeah,
that's
because
interested
most
in
of our
that,
guests with Grab will mostly be writers. I'm trying
Yeah.
to reach out to some comedians and see if they want to do it. But
yeah, we'll try to pull what we can. It'll definitely be involved in the creative arts, as it were. Thanks, Neil. That's
Creative
it.
arts.
As it were. You say that a lot. So
I was like looking at the show chat and I'm like, what do you say?
either comics or writers or whatever. But we have a I guess like a pool of authors that we already have used, and with Neil and Matt's connection, so it'll probably be centered around that a lot. So if you're into that type of stuff, we'll still probably be delving
Hey,
into
I'm
that.
a published author now. All right.
Yeah, that is true.
I have
You are.
connections.
And so we'll be doing that, and then also we'll be having wacky characters that are coming in and stuff like that. We'll be playing them straight like they're real people, but we all know the truth.
That's basically the rundown of the show. So
Yeah.
before we they'll get an idea of when we
Mm-hmm.
do the thing. But I wanted to look back at some of our favorite moments at the Rough Craft.
Okay. Do you have something prepared, or we just kind of talk about them? Because
Yeah,
you didn't tell me.
But no, I kind of just sprung this. I kind of just.
I
thought this
could
up right now.
I could pull up the season 3 trailer for the Rough
That's
Draft.
what I was gonna suggest because it has pretty much all the best parts in it.
Has all the best parts in it.
I had
Yeah.
condensed our show. I condensed the Rough Craft, a 2-year project, into a 2-minute trailer.
To a 2-minute trailer.
Mhm.
It's good. It's a good trailer too. Actually,
That
there's
shit-
been some fun like little movie videos with the Rough Craft.
Yeah, and that's the
Oh, and
original. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I also want to watch the promos, the wrestling
Promos.
promos.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh boy, let's fucking dump the viewers now. I love the promos, but it's fun for us because it is us. Why is the trailer? Normally the trailer just pops up as soon as you go to a damn. Oh, it's because we're live right now.
Yeah, it's not gonna do that now.
Shit, where the hell do I find it? I don't know where to find it.
The trailer
Yeah,
should be in our videos.
fill the time. Don't make me have to talk while I'm searching.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just watching you.
We're just
like,
watching,
he's going
like,
past
come on,
his
what is he
asshole.
doing?
Why has he not found it yet?
Jeez.
All right, here we go, guys. So we watched the
Watch.
no
You want to watch
thanks.
the FIFA World Cup woman?
FIFA World Cup woman.
yourself.
Oh, he's like he's a
Hold on,
show
let's
for life.
just for for what's it called?
Prosperity.
For like the free usage or whatever. We need to comment on this video as we're watching. We can't just steal it from the rough.
Oh yeah,
Craft.
we can't just react with no reaction.
Oh, we have to react.
We can't
yeah,
add nothing to the reaction.
So the rough craft reaction.
Reaction
So
to Rough
video.
tell us
Craft.
about this process of you clinking these cups together. How much time did you waste on this fucking channel?
Oh, I did. I stood in front of the older mic, and I just
Clink.
and I listened back to it. No, that's not it. And then I
I
mashed
could just
3
tell you
different
did it
clicks
with a
together.
serious face too. Like,
Ah, it broke. God damn it. No, it never happened. But the voice line you hear from me is mute yourselves. That is the first thing I say before we go live every time, is I remind everybody to mute themselves, because the way we run things on Discord, that's just if you know a better way, please talk to me.
We're getting really behind the music now.
But yeah, we mute ourselves, and so in that instance right there, I forgot to tell everybody to mute themselves before I went live. So
mute yourselves.
Mute yourself.
Rough drafts and good crafts.
which was that was a
That was a good
superb.
tagline. Whoa.
It was a superb line to pull up for the beginning.
Rough drafts and good crafts.
Good crafts.
That we.
Eat it separately.
That's just.
I've
Look at
never
him.
seen, I've
Right,
never
he
reacted
looks
to-
like Nick Fury.
Wow.
a quick note on the little graphic that we still use on the Rough Craft, just one time, just this last time, is that actually thanks to COVID.
Thanks.
I got a week off of work, and so I spent 40 hours. That was the first logo and animation I did. It took me 40 hours to do that. I calculated it around 40 hours.
Eat it separately.
40 hours.
Let's get drunk.
Oh my God! Look at that hair.
Are you serious?
Oh,
Neil's
yeah,
Neil's
you're right.
wife
Look at
was
that
in
hair.
front of me.
Cusco.
Do
Look at
what?
that hair.
All that hair?
The boys are choice specialists.
Oh,
Go
that
Cusco.
hair.
Cusco's boys.
Right.
There you go.
He's in there defending Land Before Time.
He just
Like
said
Neil's
Land
wife
Before
sat there and
Time.
called me a fuck boy.
What?
That's
What was this?
That's
Oh, because
accurate.
you're so handsome.
No, because my hair. She said I have. What did she
The
say?
the current hair or the old hair?
No, the current
We're looking
hair.
at here. Yeah.
long hair.
priceless treasure.
It's a
There's
baby
that shotgun in the
shark
background.
tooth peach
There you
root.
go.
Oh, no.
Ducky, and I got a
Oh,
new
not
voice
this
actor
joke.
because
Oh no! Don't worry, guys. The Chris Benoit has left this plane of existence, but he will never leave the comedic interpretations
Comedic
of Matt
stylings of
Clark.
Matt.
There we go. The comedic stylings of Matt Clark.
Hey, tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and the time between your your tragic comedy is 1 week.
I just said the term too soon does not apply to anything Matt has ever said.
When I first heard about 9/11, I joked that it was a Digimon that did it.
That's a better joke than I made.
I was in 5th grade. Oh man.
Man, look at you guys.
You just cheated.
This is another comment. Like, it's funny to see that we have ongoing bits that I didn't realize. Matt cheating is one of them, and this is one of the examples of that. And it also happened to like the last thing we did, I think.
Pain.
Yeah.
Matt. He's already drinking water. That's not against the rules. You just cheated, man.
I remember watching this episode.
That mustache is great, man. I love that
It is.
mustache.
And a lot of
Dang.
times we're like joking around and trying to have a good time and go with the bit. I was actually very frustrated here whenever I said, "You just cheated, Matt," because my mouth is on fire and Matt's drinking fucking water.
I didn't know drinking water was against the rules.
I know that. I know that now. But at the time, I was very frustrated.
No
I know
one,
that.
no one gave me a Google Drive document and said what the rules were.
He's already drinking water. That's not
Right
against
here.
the rules. You just cheated, man. He's already cheated.
Like, you're cheating. You're cheating.
We're 15 seconds in, man. Already cheated.
He's already
Godzilla's
cheating.
Yeah, that's all right. I said, how does Devin know what you don't know? Because Devin never has any fucking clue what we're doing. But he knew that we were supposed to drink fucking water. How did you
No
not
one
know?
told me.
Devin
There
knew?
was- Well,
What did you
yeah,
say? Devin clearly
How-
knew what the deal was.
How did Devin know and you didn't? That's all I'm saying.
you see that scissor in the back? I got you that. Shut up.
Yeah, you see that Hobbit in the back? You got me that.
He's a motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
He will
I
fuck
can.
you up.
I think
For
that's a
somebody that's
comic book.
not drinking, I think
Oh,
that's
man.
a more than fair trade-off.
We have
is
lost
to
so
have
much
a
weight,
5-hour
man.
energy.
Here's Neil's
I don't know
first
what
time.
that's gonna do.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's the
There
best-
I am. Look at me.
that's the best part watching these old ones. Is I'm like,
look
oh,
at that ugly face.
I've gained weight, but I'm still thinner than I was then. But Neil, yeah, I do prefer you with the beard 100%.
But I think it's gonna.
a heart attack
right here.
I might die right here.
That's my biggest worry, but
That'll
you
be
know,
a first with the rough
5-hour energy.
Me and the
The
5-hour energy.
The old beard board. I do want to say the beard board is the best thing that we didn't continue doing.
Oh,
It was
no.
like it was
That
my
is
first. It was my first thing that I did where I created like a cool live animation that we could do, and I really loved it. And I think it was something that I think was more for us than anybody watching. I think if we had like a drinking show, it would be very cool. But
I
as it
missed this
were,
setup. I missed my setup.
those were the first frames that I really liked that I did. And a lot of the stuff I did back then was 100% fucking accident. I would just stumble in, and then I would try to go and adjust them later, and I couldn't because it's just cobbled together by force.
Oopsie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
my
my
god. Look at
I
that.
didn't see you guys. I had a different screen pulled up.
Oh, this.
Oh, a piece
All the
of shit.
Godzillas.
Oh, here's that Logan
Just
bit.
said everybody else
Oh
is-
man,
Yeah.
Because we-
it's going way back there.
Also, Matt and I are wearing our official Rough Craft shirts. You see, his name is Tataam, and mine is
Just give me a thumbs
Tom
up when you're
because I
ready.
mirrored my screen.
Is that me again? But it's different. This is a different episode, or that's the same episode?
I think it's the same
This is the
episode.
same episode. Yeah.
This is my favorite.
This is what
thing.
you were looking for.
It's my favorite thing from the Rough Craft. No, I ended up because I had a better version of it that it worked better together. But anyways, this is my favorite thing that ever happened on the Rough
Just give
Craft.
me a thumbs up when you're ready.
Okay, man. Best of luck.
Dude, whatever.
Matt really holding his liquor on that one.
Yeah, I know,
It didn't
man.
fucking look like it a second ago.
Dude, I had my camera. I had my camera at least 10 feet above my head. Apparently, that is.
Yeah, what's good? It's
Wow.
better. It's a better angle to have it slightly above. Yours, like you said, was 10 feet, so that's not the
It
angle
was a
you
little
want. I
bit,
guess.
a little bit aggressive back in the day.
I do
Yeah,
like
Steve,
how
My head's being cut off right now. But
you can see the progression of my background. Where back in the day, I was very that was me attempting, and it's the same wall back here. Just made it look a little nicer.
You had a little cup of
yeah, I just got full on fucking the full room behind me now.
I can't imagine this.
Konnichiwa.
You've
Yeah, you
you've
fucking-
seen-
You still don't remember this.
No, of course not. I understand your dad now. I get it. I get 100% because I'm living my life. I'm working, doing whatever it is, and somebody wants to talk to me, and I go, "Get out of my way. You waste my time, boy." And that's exactly what your dad said. And I'm like, dude, I probably was, man. It didn't matter what he was going to do, but I was wasting his fucking time.
You might say it was not worth his time. You might.
You might say that.
Oh, look at
You
that.
could say
Checking
that.
out the Rough Craft, the show dedicated to creating new stories. Joining us.
That's not even a callback. That's a call forward.
Yep.
Come check out the Rough Craft, the show dedicated.
Look at Logan. He was all
Dude,
in that
your
chat.
dad is
You
coming
had a
out.
little,
Oh, yeah.
you had a little
Back in the
Joseph,
day.
yeah. Oh, Joseph was.
like hot cocoa or
I forgot.
something.
Joseph has been
A
on
little tiny
the show a
cup,
couple of
and you're
times.
I can't imagine.
He'll be on in the
You-
future.
You
Yeah,
see.
I'm sure. I mean, I
We'd like to
I'll
thank
ask
you
him.
guys for coming checking out the Rough Craft, the show dedicated to
But
creating new stories.
some of these,
While enjoying
God,
us
remember those
tasting
old
beer.
mics?
Yeah. Oh no, I do. I do for sure. I think it's put up somewhere. What I was really hoping would happen here is like it would just be like a cut after cut of me saying the same goddamn thing over and over. Like, thanks for checking out
Mute
the rough.
yourself.
Thanks for checking
Mute
out. Thanks
yourself.
for checking out the Rough Craft. Thanks for checking out. See you later, date and time. Just like showing how many times we did. What's a funny thing about this trailer?
I
This
thought
is
you were about to
season.
say, what's offensive about this?
The funny thing about this trailer is this is season 3 trailer with nothing but cuts from season 2.
Nothing but cuts.
This is what you can
Oh,
expect from season 3, and then season 3 was kind of like, I don't know what happened to season 3.
Fair
It was
point.
good. I was on there at least
As always,
twice.
we will talk to you guys again.
No, now you're a part of the fucking show.
I know
Season
exactly.
seven.
I just wormed my way in.
Oh, what was that? Oh, that was right before your daughter was born. This is
Yeah.
we were like saying goodbye because we were going to take a hiatus. I
Yeah,
think it was like
because-
6
yeah.
months.
Yep.
And then we came back for season 3, and that's when I made this trailer.
So why did you cut there? Did you cut there or did I just end the stream immediately?
I think you just
You
ended the
said,
stream.
"See you."
Yeah, because I was like, sip, and then you went.
Sounds like me. I still like this animation too. But yeah, that's the Rough Craft.
turns
Initially,
you
the
like,
whole.
yeah, oh my god!
Did
When
we
was
make
this
it?
uploaded?
It's
when was this-
like
when was-
definitely over a year ago.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be 2
2
years
years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
2 years ago.
Let's while we're running down memory road, let's go ahead and just see how long ago. It's over 3 years. The first video that was ever uploaded. Yeah, 3 years ago.
3 years. Pirate's Life for Mage.
The most viewed video.
Here, click
And
on it.
I do want to say, like, the quality of this is great.
3
the audio
years.
quality.
It doesn't have a
Hello,
date
everyone.
on
Thank
it,
you for
does it?
coming and checking us out. We are
it
The
should- it
Rough
should say
Craft,
originally published when you click
podcast
on
centered
the
around
actual
creating
video.
news, story.
Doesn't it?
just
It just
says 3
says
years
3
ago.
years
Just
ago.
still just 3 years ago.
January 14th, 2020.
There you go.
Wow.
And I will
2020.
say, like,
Before COVID even started.
Devin's giving me credit. You guys give me credit for a lot of the stuff I've done for the Rough Craft, blah, blah, blah. I agree. I've done a lot. I'm not taking that away from myself.
Take it away
But
from
the
yourself.
the show would never have ever existed without Matt uploading these first. Matt is definitely the guy that makes sure it happens. Like that's
It's
just
gonna
that's
happen, man.
yeah, that's just like he
We
just
talk
fucking,
about it. I'm doing it already.
really like, and he starts making a fucking Twitter account or this or that, and he uses the wrong. So I didn't even want to say it, but the Twitter account has the wrong banner on it. I was gonna make a new one for you, and then I was sitting there thinking about. I was like, no, we'll just leave that banner there forever. We'll just use this fucked up banner. Doesn't even match the logo. He's like, upload the logo, upload the banner. These don't match. We're fucking live. We're doing it. And that's what the
coming in-
original Rough Craft was. And it wouldn't have happened.
You made that, didn't you?
Yeah, I made it through an app. Like none of that's original stuff. That's what I can say. That's what's great about the current version of the Rough Craft is everything is completely original or royalty free.
Oh, I remember which video. Whatever video
I did.
we did. Yeah, this has nothing. This is a frozen.
That
image.
doesn't have any, as I say, that doesn't have any actual like.
But it has-
It
has great audio quality.
Was his name?
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
that's because I
He grew up, he
meticulously
became
went
a pilot
through
later on.
Audacity and shaped it up. I was like, man, this is some bullshit. I don't ever want to do this
Isn't it?
again.
And then he went on to do it for 3 more parts of the first story we ever did.
where's the one that had
Pantheon's
it was-
Verdict, I think it was the first one we did that had overlays. What is that music? Pantheon's Verdict, man. I wrote a fucking long ass story for Pantheon's Verdict.
Matt from Rough Craft.
Ooh, look at
Oh
that.
fuck! I used that. There was one that
guess
where
not.
we talked about the beer menu. We talked about the beer, and I'm like, I did this whole big thing for the beer. I drank that old ass Eagling. I remember that.
Awesome.
There we go.
Good time.
This is the first time I was ever it couldn't have been the first time I was on screen. Well, the first time I was on screen was what was the thing that we would do for the live stream, the initial live stream?
Gambler's Ruin.
Gambler's Ruin. Yeah, there's one of those out there somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's
you
somewhere
can,
in our live, I
do the
think.
intro and
Hey,
everything.
go until we talk about the beer. What the fuck am I doing? Am I sucking a cock? What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but it's so
Might
crazy
be.
because we're still not professional and good at this. But like, look at what we were okay with, and we were only okay with this because Matt was.
All right, hello everyone. Thank you for coming and checking us out. We are the
Matt's
Craft,
like
the
fucking
podcast
like
centered around creative
whispering
music
in his
and
microphone.
tasty
What I'm doing?
He's
Walking
immediately
away.
immediately. He didn't even have a. You didn't even have a kid then. You.
No,
that was that
I
what
was
it
just. I was just. I don't even think. I think I was in school still, and then too. So I had literally nothing
Maybe.
to do.
And you're like, I gotta go. But you'll probably.
I
do
gotta
it.
get up.
Do
My wife's
so.
calling me.
As always, I'm your
She's like, "What are you
I
doing?"
will
was
say
like, I'm
that is-
talking to Tommy.
That is one thing that stayed. It's not this song, but we have maintained the same. I think the initial. This has got to be boring shit to look at, but I think it was just the beer board the whole time.
Oh yeah, look at me drinking with my hood up.
But yeah, the initial beer board. I
Too
think it
many
was a
fancy beers
curtain
for me
wave
to
down.
want. So,
There,
but I got a good beer.
I
It's
made
good.
this
It's a good-
one ad.
I will also say
I made this one thing
still drinking Yingling, baby. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll go look for the thing you're asking
because
about.
it was I think it was some beer that was like from the mountains of Scotland or some shit. I think it was this one. I think it's the word that old Yingling is. 'Cause
I do
remember-
remember something with an old ass Yingling. Now that you mention it,
It's right there. Pantheon's Verdict Part 2.
Pantheon's
I think
Verdict
that's
Part-
it.
Well, this has no video.
Hey
everyone, I'm sure it does. Zoom through it, does it?
Podcast.
Yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure it has a
No,
beer
it's not
board.
rough.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
wanna
yeah.
watch the beer.
So that's right. Yeah, the initial beer board came from you. That was your idea.
Yeah.
She's more of a low.
Dude, Pantheon's Verdict. That's
more of an everyman.
I fucking
every
love
girl.
that story.
So
We'll have to
today I went to
revisit
the
that.
beer store. And
Oh yeah,
I-
like things came sliding out.
I loved all the
I was
stories
looking around and
except for Doe of Dreams.
I found a
No, I
beer.
feel like Doe Dreams is
Literally,
my favorite.
I read the back of a little bit.
Doe
but
Dreams is my
mostly,
absolute favorite.
what
Yeah,
caught my
literally.
eye was-
All I did is stole everything from you for the initial concept of the rough craft.
I think this beer board looks better.
It does. It does. The rough craft logo in the background looks
Oh, yeah,
terrible.
look, there's a little clipping right there, but
But that was
pixel
just you
damage.
pulling from the stuff that I did and be like, fuck it. I'll put
celebration
it up there.
of the last rough craft. I am drinking a
was
nice
the-
Jack
the
Daniels.
logo, the design
Coke
of it.
Zero.
It's called Torch
There you go.
Pilsner by Foothills Brewing.
Yeah, that's
No,
it.
Made in
Pilsner.
You didn't have the sliding, I wanna say.
I did not have the sliding?
5.5%
Nah,
Torch
that
Pilsner.
disappeared. It
I'll read
didn't
the back.
slide.
So
Oh, it did?
Little
the
story
sliding
here,
was
and
my
it
idea.
reads,
Then I can at least.
Legend has it that well over a
Oh,
century.
wait, what?
Oh yeah, there we go.
citizens of
Here it is.
Western Bohemia.
I gave Tom like some echo back. He was
So
reading it.
that's what I was doing. Is we'd drink the beers and would read the description on it and try to give like a review of it.
North Carolina, it's a what is it? I think 5.5% Torch Pilsner. I'll read the back
That's
for you.
good.
It's got a pretty little story here, and it reads: Legend has it that well over a century ago, citizens of Western Bohemia grew so dissatisfied with their beer that they dumped it in the streets. So a new style evolved in the city of Pilsen, combining the local soft
Man,
water with pale malt.
This is
Yeah.
riveting,
Says hops.
riveting stuff right here,
I-
boys.
slow
Pilsners
pour.
adheres closely to that original style.
It's not bad. That's
We
what
like
sucks about
happy
it. I mean,
Bohemians.
the rough craft
Yeah,
logo
it
is
seems
terrible.
like a neat little backstory for the beer. Looking forward to giving this a try.
I'm like I deepened your voice and everything.
The fucking cut too. Did you do anything for your old ass Yingling?
I don't think so. I was like, Yingling, I found in the back of my mother-in-law's
Looking
fridge.
forward to giving this a try.
Oh, that was something that was pissing me off early on because I always get pissed off at everybody else not taking things as seriously as I think they should. And I'm over here going out to the beer store. Hold on, I think we still got the graphic for the beer store.
The beer store.
Hold
Oh
on,
yeah,
let's
we
go.
did. We went full on. We were like, the alcohol was going to sell this fucking thing, so we went full.
Oh
on.
no, I don't have it on this screen, but I do have it. Was no, the beer store graphic was a bit as well. Like it had like it was just like a Microsoft Paint logo that I created. It was amazing. But
Awesome.
but yeah, if I can go to the store and find a unique beer I've never had, that was the idea. Rough drafts and rough crafts, like drinks that you've never had. Anyways, Matt fucking pulls out a fucking Yingling from the back of his mom's car.
For me, I decided to have
No,
a
bro,
back
back,
of our
of my
car.
mother-in-law's fridge. It's been
Oh,
there
shit.
for like
Yeah,
3
you told me
years.
about
And
this. I
was like,
forgot. I was
okay.
like, did
Nice.
you decide to have a Yingling, or did you go to the store and say, "I'll just
Was
get a
it
Yingling because I'll."
tasty?
I
There's-
don't remember.
The show was much more of a podcast at the inception of it, and it should have been. But
Well,
I,
hey,
I
have you
took the
mentioned
helm.
we do have podcast episodes up now on like Spotify? and
Oh,
Apple
yeah,
Music
no,
and
yeah.
all that?
This is why Neil's great. How do you find that? Because I've tried finding it and I've struggled.
Well, once it gets popular, you'll see
Yeah.
it. But just type in
Shit! I
not-
meant to put a fucking link in the goddamn description for the new show.
Shameful.
You
Shameful.
did.
Actually, it is there, dude.
Yeah.
I'm the best. Not unchained.
But
No
you
shame.
can search it on Spotify or Podbean, and you'll find it. It's not worth your time. You can see the test episodes. If you listen to them here, it's basically what's up on
It is yeah.
Spotify.
But do us
So-
a favor. Go like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Like, share, subscribe. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, all those places.
Is it on iTunes?
I don't even know.
No, it's not on iTunes. Apple will not let me put it on iTunes. They
I don't
reviewed
blame
it,
them.
and they're like, I don't like that he said get a rope. So
I didn't like it either. I was questioning it.
I'm a
Speaking
super-
of
he was a
getting a
superhero.
rope, this is the
He's
perfect
a
time.
Superhero.
Do you
That's
guys?
what they did in the West. It didn't matter who you were. When you made a mob mad, they said get a rope.
You explain it, Matt, and that makes
I
it
am.
all better. Neil, we haven't let you speak much at all. There's a lot of this because it's pertaining to old Roughcraft stuff.
Actually, I do have a question for Neil.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tommy. Did I interrupt you?
No, please interrupt me. I'm tired of talking.
Are you trying to talk? Okay. So when I invited you to come on the show and do an interview,
I'm sorry, Matt. Can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Whenever Matt first told us about you, Neil, I was like, "Oh my god, we fucking made it! We got an actual author that's getting published to come on the show." No, this is no joke. Like me and him was giddy. Like we're like, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
We got
And-
a real author.
And I'll be honest, it turned out much better than what we had hoped.
Yeah, because now we got a new friend.
Not only a new friend, a new member of.
Not saying our
What we're
past guests
doing.
aren't our friends.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
That sounds like what Tommy's
That's
saying, but I got
that's why they're not here. No, of course not.
But
course not.
when I asked you to come on the podcast for the first time, did you watch any of the old stuff, any of the past episodes before you agreed, or did you just like blindly like, sure, I'll go ahead? We could have been Nazis for all you knew.
Well, I mean, that's I did after I had you had asked
So
me.
how's
and
your
I'd
book going to help the
accepted.
white race?
I
Jesus
went-
Christ, dude. You go too hard, man.
Way too hard. Way too hard.
Just
I did go back, and I think the episode I saw was the one with Logan because I knew Logan. Like you and I
Okay.
met via Logan, and so I watched that, and I also watched an episode. I think your wife was in the episode. One of the other episodes I listened to.
Mine?
Yeah,
I feel like
isn't
Emily was in an episode.
Emily's
Was
in an
Emily in an
episode.
episode?
Yeah, I
We
think
were taking
Logan's
all
with her.
comers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
there
letting
was
anybody join.
there was one. Yeah, we did a take your shot with Emily, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
also did one with my sister-in-law. She's like, "Can you please delete that?
Yeah, she's a teacher. That was
Can you please not air that?"
that was on location when we very rarely did those. They were never good.
But
Yeah,
but no, so I listened to 2 episodes before I came on with you guys. And I just you guys were the very first podcast I ever got to do. Like of
Really?
any kind because
I
of
knew
being
you,
an
I knew you
author.
did others. I didn't know it was the first, so that's awesome.
No, you guys were my first. I had literally bought the mic and the setup and the whole 9 yards because I wanted to do that. I just
Mhm.
hadn't at that point done it yet. And so
Hadn't had
that
an
was my first
excuse yet.
opportunity. That was my first opportunity.
So you and the Rough Craft were in the same position of, we just need guests. I just need a show.
there you go. There you go.
Perfect.
And now look what happened. So, did you listen to? You've listened to them, and you're like, okay, these guys are cool.
Well, I
And
mean,
then-
I did. I enjoyed it. Here's the thing. The thing that you guys actually brought to the table that I really liked is the fact that it wasn't as it didn't feel as like mechanical as a lot of podcasts. Like when I
Because
first
Matt doesn't listen to me.
well, when I
Oh,
first
fuck no.
read my book,
If I listened to him, it would have been all boring and shit.
It would have been mechanical. I was trying to get a
We
fucking.
need to talk about this. We need to
structured-
talk about this.
well,
Yeah.
I don't mind structure myself. I actually like to have a little bit of structure, but at the same time, I like to be able to riff. And again, a lot of times when you go on podcasts, I learned this over the course of the last couple of years.
I learned this
Is
the hard
that
way.
number one? There's oftentimes very few podcasts that have multiple hosts. I'll be honest with you. Like usually it's like one person, and so it's you one-on-one with somebody else. And if
It's a
like your
package deal here.
personalities, if your personalities don't like mix, it can get really uncomfortable really fast. So y'all already had this kind of like camaraderie going,
Yeah, and Matt picks
and-
his nose on screen. It's cool.
you know. And
All
so
right, whatever. You burp in the mic.
we can come on, and I was like, yeah, this will be cool. The thing about it was that show went so much better than I was expecting. And so that was why I was like, oh, I might actually be able to do this kind of stuff, right?
Mhm.
And so anyway,
Then you
now
went
I'm
on someone
here.
else who's like, this is stiff as fuck, man. I don't want to be here.
I will say, like, you are very good at it. I don't know, like we've become friends and everything, but I still don't know a lot of your life before you've met us. Like, you're older than us and everything, so I don't know what you did before here really. But you're good at this. Like, you pick it up really well. The episode you hosted that we did a couple weeks ago, like, that was very good. Even the last one we did where we had the who was it, the old character that cut pieces of his body off and sent it places.
Oh, old
it just
Dwayne.
it feels terrible saying that, and that's something that happened.
Dickless Dwayne, I remember him.
Oh, Dickless Dwayne. But yeah, like, even that, like, you do a really, like, I don't know if it's your writing it or whatever it is that you've done that's prepared you for this. But it's a skill. Like, I think doing shows like this and stuff is a skill. And like, you see the first thing they did. I'm not saying we're good at it now, but it's a lot better than what it was. And it all develops and stuff. So you out the gate, like, you were already like phenomenal. I was telling you that before the show even started, how good you were and how like blessed we were to have you as a guest initially. I don't know another better word, and we're from the South there, baby.
And well, we gotta give all the thanks to old Logan for
Yep.
he's
Logan-
That was it.
without Logan,
That was
man,
it.
we wouldn't have.
That is a really good point, because Logan he basically became the pool in which Matt would pluck guests from, because my job was to run the show, Matt's job was to get us guests, and Logan was the source that he would use, basically that writing Discord and everything.
Well,
and I remember him,
Twitter. I would try to. I know how many times I've asked Elon Musk to come on.
dude.
And he still hasn't.
That
Embarrassing.
son of a bitch. It is funny because I remember I did actually go on, like, I posted Facebook ads and stuff like that, and was
forgot
going
you
in,
did
and I
run
joined
Facebook ads.
run
Oh my
tons
God.
of writing groups and drinking groups, and would post there and make sure I was allowed to and everything. Like, I did it whenever we was promoting your book and everything. And dude, it fucking sucks doing that, because then you're like, hey, come check out the show, and then you get messages from tons of people that's like, I want to be on the show. I want to be on the show. And I'm like, everybody wants to be on the show because everybody wants to come and talk about their book, and I get that.
Yeah.
But it's just we
How about
need
you watch the show? Watch the
we
show.
need people to
It's
watch the show. It's the whole idea of the show was very reciprocal. Like, you watch the show, you get people to watch the show, then you come on the show, and then there's people watching the show for you. If you just come on the show, it's never. So a lot of the guests that we had, everybody said the same thing. Like, this is great. Had a good time. It was really fun. And I think we did make. We always joked that we were the bad boys of writing, and it was
Bad boys of writing.
it was like a
We're
cringy
the
joke
bad
we would
boys
tell them.
because we're bad at it.
But it was always like the idea was just we were just I think like you said, like, it was more loose and fun and everything, and we had a good time with it. It wasn't very structured, but the issue was we just it never I lost my train of thought, but we never took off, so that was the issue. But I think it was a decent idea. I don't know. where I was going.
so long he lost his train of thought.
Yeah, I hate talking. Can't you tell?
I can tell.
But
This is why you're the producer in the new show.
that's why, boy, I've been trying.
Before
go
we,
ahead.
because I know we need to move on to the other.
We do. This
but,
is one a lot longer than I expected, which is kind of good.
This is cool. I'm good, man.
Move on. Let's watch the wrestling promos.
Oh shit, I did forget you
There
wanted to
you
say
go.
that.
Fire it up.
That's going to be a hard one to pull up because I don't think they all are.
There's the first one.
There's the initial one. We have the initial one, and that's it. Everything else is on TikTok. So
Everything's on TikTok.
yeah, everything's on TikTok. So you go ahead and you talk amongst yourselves, and I'll get those.
I thought we uploaded them all to the YouTube channel.
No, that would involve me uploading them all to the YouTube channel, and that would involve you sending them all to me to upload to the YouTube channel.
I thought I uploaded them too.
Sorry.
Whoa!
What's going on there?
I don't know what that is.
That ghost was about to get some.
What the hell?
Oh, no results found.
Oh no!
But
Oh,
I will say,
Oh,
like,
there we are.
the rough
Wow.
craft initially, I think I've tried to say this multiple
we
times.
got 19 followers. Oh,
This account is private.
This account is private. Why did you?
Why is it private, man?
Right.
I guess because we haven't used it.
But I
will
would-
sometime.
I will say, like, my whole goal with the rough craft initially just was to do something. I think I've said this before, is just to do something, start learning stuff, and I've learned a lot with doing this show. Just it's like it's a hobby, the creating stuff and making logos and all this sort of thing. So I've had a good time, and it's definitely served its initial purpose, whether it became a success or not. And if you come into anything and you think the initial attempt is going to be a success, you're a fool. And I think the Rough Craft was a good idea. I think it was, but it was executed by people that's never done anything like that before.
All right. So apparently that's not working. Anyway, well,
No,
we'll just
it'll
see-
work. It'll work.
It'll
Get a
work.
rope.
It worked.
It will.
Okay. Login successful. Good.
I wish you
There
guys
we
would be
go.
commenting
Look at
on
that.
stuff outside of what's
Okay.
happening on
So
the screen
there's
right
Devin's there, and there's yours, and there's okay.
now. Nobody sees this right now. I haven't switched over because it's not ready yet.
Oh.
There we go.
okay.
Good.
Oh, okay. I was sitting there looking at it. I was
So-
like,
So,
is he
I hear
busy
the-
logging in?
I hear the boll weevils were killed in the cotton crop this year.
But I have swapped over now, so we'll do the initial Matt Issues a challenge.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go. I like got
Ladies and gentlemen of RCW.
Look how long that beard was.
I know.
Doggy.
The beard's the long
Some
thing.
qualms. Devin,
For romantic comedy.
Yes,
I had to be
exactly.
like
That's what
250.
that wasn't me
That's right. That wasn't me that said that.
stealing your idea. That was me picking up where you left off, like I picked up
I'm sure
the
this is fun for everybody who watched this live.
Yeah.
pieces
Sure, I'm sure.
of the rough craft after you left. Tom.
I paused it and saw me saying, "Shut up, Matt."
No,
TikTok.
you shut up. This used
wearing
to
eclipsing
mean
glasses.
something.
I
I
I was in
challenge you
Emily's car when I was recording this.
to RCW duo to a match this Saturday night at
yeah,
8.
you got the orange glasses and the freaking Gamecock sweatshirt.
Oh yeah, I was Mr.
Mr. Every
Paradox.
South Carolinian.
Yep.
Nobody would have noticed if you didn't mention it, because I didn't notice until you
Legitimately,
mentioned
I
it.
had not even noticed. I've watched that video at least twice.
Now you're a poser. You're a sham. You're a fool.
30. Can they match
Jesus,
my story
man.
with their
Going at
characters and their
You can
genre?
sleep in your car for 3 days.
He said, "I just hopped in my wife's car now. You've been there for a while."
Pissing in Gatorade
I was in the
bottles.
doghouse that week.
Find out
He ran
this
out of
Saturday
stuff.
night.
What a hell of an ending. All right, so
I think
then what?
next is Devin.
Yeah, it's Devon's. Can we full
Oh,
screen this?
heavy.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I
you're
like it.
liking your own videos. I like it.
Play the goddamn thing.
It clearly does not want to.
He's a big boy.
TikTok
thought-
has denied you.
I thought TikTok's thing was just to play automatically. Oh no,
What happened?
This is
it's not playing.
See if it's on. See if it's on the channel. I don't know if it's on the. It should be on. the channel.
There's one video. If you guys want to hang out and kill some time for a second, I can find it on the channel.
Okay.
okay.
So Neil, so what do you think of the Rough Craft now that it's ending? Are you upset or
oh man, I'm gonna.
are you ready to start this new experience with us together now?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I say here's this thing way too much. I should stop saying that.
You do say that a lot.
I say it a lot. I say it a lot in my TikToks too, so I should learn by now.
Here's the thing,
Oh,
TikTok.
Here's the thing, TikTok.
It's the catchphrase. Here's the thing.
Besides getting the rope, here's the thing. I will say that the Rough Craft has been phenomenal for me. I have enjoyed it thoroughly. Not only did it allow me to, find some new friends, but it also gave me an opportunity to be able to sit down and talk about my writing. When I talked about it being kind of a loose and, a little bit, freer spirit type of show, the reality is that I'm sure you guys have had guests before that come on and they don't know what they're saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they're not sure how to act on a podcast. And being able to come here and talk to you guys, I mean, that first show was like, 2.5 hours or something, And it was
We
just-
never want to stop because we enjoy doing it so much, and that's
Yeah.
not a joke.
Yeah.
That's probably to our detriment.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, but anyway, so yeah, but like I said, then the next time I did, because I think the very next thing I did after I did your guys' show was I did a TikTok live with somebody, maybe like a couple weeks later, and like that way, like at that point, I kind of had my script down, right? I kind of knew what I was supposed to talk, because that's the one thing I don't do really well with my writing is I don't go out to people and say, "Hey, here's my book," and give them the rundown. I'm like, I hope you buy my book, thanks. I mean, because I just, well, because it's like, to me, it's like super braggadocio to be like, y'all, this book is fantastic.
It really sucks trying to promote yourself, and I haven't had to do it a lot because I've only done it with this show, and the show's not a success, so it's very, excuse me, awkward and weird. But yeah, from the minimal experience I have, it fucking sucks promoting yourself. It's weird. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. So that's that's really what, for me, that has been the fun of the Rough Craft is A, getting the opportunity to do that, but B, meeting you guys and being able to hang out. I mean, we went to the zoo together. We've done some other stuff. We go to games. We're going to go to a game this year. This is cool. And I have friends here in South Carolina that I can get on and talk shop with, and not feel like I've got to do something or act somehow different than I might
reciprocate in some way. Yeah,
it really. It has been such a fucking perfect pairing, and I'll tell you, we met your wife at the zoo, and I cannot sing her praises enough. That lady pushed my child around while he was sleeping, and me and my wife got to enjoy the zoo together, and that was amazing because he was at the age where you don't get to do much by yourself, so that was awesome. And me and her was talking, I was like, should we go say something? I was like, no. I was like, hey, do you need help? She's like, y'all enjoy yourself. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
it was great.
She was pulling. Y'all were pulling Devin and
that
I
is right. Yeah.
They're pulling them in the wagon, and I was going
we're walking around drinking beers, man, having a good time.
I was like, oh man, this is I don't know if this is okay. I don't know if they're gonna be on the way home. It's like, can you believe them? They just left their kids with us. So
he's gonna go back to his wife.
Oh boy, this is gonna be. I was like, oh, you want that? I could take him. No, get the fuck away from your kids. And I'm like, okay.
He's gonna go back to his wife and be like, they're still saying thank you for us doing that day. She's like, I don't care. I can't believe they did that.
They are terrible parents.
They didn't even know me.
They just left their kids with a stranger.
All right, so let's finish watching these promos.
Okay, watch these promos.
So I'm sure you probably saw Matt's little gimmick promo he did with his dumb wrestling voice, because isn't it funny to make fun of wrestling?
Devin does not have to look like Matt did. I'm sorry.
A man who doesn't really have a bone in his body. Sure, he wrote a book and it was okay.
He looks so weird for some reason. I think
he's bouncing around a lot.
But it's
his shoulders are way too broad.
Surprising to come from a man like that.
I think did he stretch himself out?
I think he was
his head looks so tiny.
It could just be the way it's orientated on the screen, but I think a lot of it was just I think he was reading a script. Or no, he didn't read a script. I read a script, and he was just very nervous, I think, because this is the first time he really done something like this, so he's just bouncing around and shit. So it just makes it weird looking. But it was good.
Bald, overweight, decent beard, but what else has the man got? Void of any type of talent, that's for sure. And I quit the Rough Craft when
his hair looks
started,
terrible.
Whenever the idea was,
his hair looks amazing.
Hair,
some of us would love hair like that.
But, I believe someone asked me to come back to the Rough Craft because you guys need me in the Rough Craft.
He's got
He's got his if you look at the latest video, you can see that one's on the right and one's on the left. Who's right there in center stage?
Wasn't his pretty long?
This guy.
It appears to be,
that's handsome, impressionable, entertaining.
That was me. Little behind the scenes there. You can see me. It's off now, but I can't rewind it because it would go too far back. But I lifted the thing up to see how long is this gonna be.
The two of you are open free on those three things. You need me.
How long is he gonna talk for?
Let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. Look at this guy. Look at him.
He finally did some prep work.
This guy can lead anything. You think this guy? Anyone wants to look at this guy? I don't think so. Look at this dummy. Look at him.
Oh no!
His dumb little,
he made sure to find the worst pictures of us on the same frame.
Your hair has changed from where it is now to down to your shoulders and then gone again.
Can run a show?
Talk heavy.
You may ask why did I come back? Why did I come back? Too much.
He got a lot better as it went on, once he started getting more comfortable with it.
To help this dummy and that dummy.
He looks like Joe DeRosa.
At the end of the day, we are friends. We've been friends for a long time, 20 years or so. And when your friends need help, you help them. And you boys need all the help.
How do we not have 50 watchers by now? 50 viewers.
I can't imagine. I'm just surprised. I'm surprised it went up.
We actually have increased our numbers.
And now we're about to get into and what I like to think is one of the best pieces of content I've ever created,
Ever.
and I'm so
this
excited.
This is the greatest promo. I thought this was.
I
the
know
best.
I enjoy yours more, but there's only a few parts of mine that I very much enjoy, but overall yours is better, I think.
Well, we can suck each other's dicks all night, but
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Real quick, I do that to my wife. Great free stream. I do that to my wife all the time. Anytime my wife says, "What are you doing?" I go, "What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm getting ready for the Rough Craft first ever Take Your Shot title match." That's right. I'm going up against, Matt Clark and Devon Scruggs. I thought I'd be going up against Sean Shanker, Logan Westlander, Neil Rommel, one of the greats. That's right. I fucking read this. I did this so many times until I got it right. I fucking have it memorized.
I love that still frame your big old beer gut and you looking back at your wife with a beer can. You look so angry. You look like you're gonna hit her.
I had to empty out all those beers by drinking them, of course, so I could have that. So I think I probably just grabbed empty beer cans from the last Rough
you
Craft.
recorded.
I was just grabbing empty beer cans I already had, probably prepped. Anyways,
Took them out
and
the trash.
the joke, because it's the Rough Craft, we write stories. I had a pencil I was using to shotgun the beers with, and then I put it,
some lead in there.
and then I put it in my. There it is.
RCW Take Your Shot Riders Craft. That's
Oh,
right.
that's a picture.
I'm gonna be going up against the walking mat. And
That's what it was. The
The
walking
internet's-
man.
The internet's trying to remove
it.
it.
If I wanted to fight a real challenge, I'd go up against somebody
Digitizing
like
it,
Logan
like-
Westerlander or
Not again.
I do like to say that I keep the same theme of everything looks clean behind me. That's because everything off frame looks like shit. And in that moment, there was tons of stuff on the other side of the counter that I did not want anybody to see.
Sean Shanker.
Make sure you
Neil
keep me in
Rommel,
frame. Keep me in
one of the
frame,
greats.
Brittany.
Not this trash. Another thing that I've been. What is that? Are you recording me? What the heck? Give me that.
There we go.
It was found footage.
Well,
was found
didn't
footage.
really.
Look at all those goddamn beautiful transitions.
Man, you look like your brother. Right there.
Thanks, man. This is full of cuts, and you don't see a goddamn
Plan on
one.
making a video, seeing as I don't really have
does
the
look
time.
clean.
since
I'll
I'm the
give you
only
that
person
one.
doing any damn work on
Wait
this show.
till he takes
But if it isn't
the
blatantly
head
obvious
off.
to you right now, Matt, yeah.
It took
like the
so
best
many
part.
times to get it.
And as a matter of fact, I saw yours too, Devon. You want to sit here and call me fat? Well, I got one question for you.
Perfect freeze.
How long did you have to wait to finally say that to me? And you want to say that I'm bald? Well, newsflash, Davin. I've had hair the entire time. You see, for some of us, being bald is a choice. Just like I chose to bring you back into the Rough Craft. But let's get one thing straight. You didn't quit the Rough Craft. You were fired. And this Saturday at 8 p.m. when you were unable to defeat me, you'll be fired again.
I should have ended
This
it
time,
right
live
here.
for the whole world to see. You won't be able to run and hide and lie your way out of this.
Get the tape rolling
But
just a
don't
little
worry,
too long.
being the oh so great.
Just wait,
host that
he's-
I am,
he's got a
I'm gonna
whole
put
other-
something on the line as
You
well.
got all
It's
another
long.
piece.
Title as the undisputed host of the Rough Craft.
It should have been ended right here. But my wife had to go to bed, so I had to come to my room to do it, so I had to make a transition for it.
And see, you were most right about the reason I brought you back to the Rough Craft. Except you were missing one key detail. The real reason I brought you back is
wearing her
because
glasses?
I need somebody
Yeah.
else to do something.
of course.
I can run the whole damn thing.
I don't have
Well,
glasses.
Where your wife's
You didn't have no
glasses.
aviators. You couldn't put on.
Give me a break. I'm lucky when that man shows up on time.
The ending's great, though. I look like shit walking away, but it's
Well,
great.
Ain't that funny, Matt? When was the last time we ever heard anything about you?
Ain't got no hair. Ain't got no hair.
2020.
Oh no.
Let's go ahead and do the final book watch of the Rough Craft. Matt, where we at? Where we at? How we looking?
Well, right now I'm finishing up a rough draft of a new novel, and then after that, I am going to edit the first one, and then send it in again. And if that doesn't work, I'm just going to self-publish it. You'll get it. You'll get it soon.
I'm sorry, I'm
in
not
like
laughing.
a year's time.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just I was making a joke by bringing it up, and your answer was
I had it ready because I
your answer was like,
I knew it was coming up in the fucking video, and I was like,
If I-
I'm gonna have an answer prepared just in case.
if I could write out an answer, that's better than what I would have made.
Still editing. Still editing.
Still editing.
Well, it's 2022 now, Matt. The
2023 now, Matt.
clock's ticking. Tick tock, son.
It's almost
You see, the whole
2024.
reason I brought you
Yeah.
to the Rough Craft
More
in
than
the
halfway
first
through the
place
year.
is because I thought it'd be
on the
nice. We
far
could say,
side of
hey,
that one.
we got a published author on the Rough Craft. Man, wouldn't that be nice?
We do now.
Well, at this point, I could have written a 3-part series by now. And you want to talk about this meaning something? This doesn't mean shit.
Pick up F1 Falls today.
I will say, I'm gonna cut back a little bit. That is the cleanest cut because you probably didn't realize it was a cut. Pull under the shirt, pulling it down. That's a
Thought
cut.
it'd be nice. We could say, hey, we got a published author on the rough craft. Man,
I thought you were
wouldn't that
shirtless
be
after
nice?
you kind of pulled the shirt down.
I should have, man. That'd have been great.
That would've been great.
Series by now.
Every cut did a
You
transition
want to
of
talk
what I was
about this
wearing.
meaning something? This doesn't mean shit.
That's a cut.
Only thing that matters here is
That
me,
one felt like a
not
cut
you,
finally, but
not
all the other ones really
Devon,
didn't.
and not even the
That's the
fans.
impressive part.
Neil talking
This is my
shit.
show. I do all
thought that was the
work.
best
I
one.
make this happen, and if I wanted to, I could go
I
start
could
something
start
new
something
whenever
new.
I
The
wanted.
The belt was literally the best one, I think.
I could start something new whenever I wanted. I just finally wanted to.
Now,
Yeah. Where'd that go?
you boys enjoy me.
Right here.
Back to us.
But a little word of advice. Remember whose show you're on.
The rough craft.
Bow, bow, down, 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 down. Created by Tom.
That's such a good ending.
That's such a bullshit lie.
I stole. Yeah, of course. That's the joke.
That's the joke.
It's just great. But yeah, the remember whose show you're on and walking out the room. That was me stealing what Devin did at the end of his. It was good, so I took it. Now the best one.
Creative bone in his body. Sure.
Funny, Matt. When was the last time we ever heard anything about you?
Devin, for the person claiming to be the most creative person on
Dubbed over.
RCW show,
It's so
what
good.
a boring video. I can't wait
boring
to hear the original
My belly there too.
What's that? I couldn't hear you over Alex Jones telling me about how he's going to beat my ass in a writing tournament.
creative characters you bring to the table Saturday night. I'm sure
That's my
that
wedding
folks
suit too.
It took me multiple listens to understand the joke that you made here. Like, what is it? The Stone and whoever it is, the Tarantula Roberts or something.
all would love
Yeah.
to hear about the Stone or Blake the Eel Robert.
Damn.
Like Deal Roberts.
Truth is, Devin, we didn't bring you back
Look at how
because
big
we
I am.
need you. We brought you back because
Look how big you were.
we didn't want to leave you behind. But you did bring up a good point.
Did I
in
rip
your
my pants
video. You
Oh,
did
yeah, you
read
do.
my book.
I can remember if I
Unlike
didn't.
Tom. Tom, you would know the right
This is all
process
dubbed
if you
over.
actually sat down and wrote something. But you're afraid. You can't even handle the pressure of this show.
This was an episode by
Hold on. You got to listen. This no, you're good. This is just a key moment that's gonna.
Yeah.
Everything in this promo came true.
Producer role. Tom, the only
He said you want to sit back and take more of a producer role.
reason you want me to get published is so you take can over ride my producer role. coattails.
Whoa!
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't need a 3-minute video. I don't
Actually,
need a
cut together
2-minute
pretty good.
video. I only need one to cut these losers down.
This is the best
One
part.
will rise to the top.
And it's gonna be me. This is the God, I love that. I love that so much. Hold on, the video's still playing. Oh,
I forgot the entrances. The
Hello, everybody. Thanks
entrances.
for coming and checking out the Rough Craft, the show dedicated
Oh,
to
God.
news stories.
we were in character the whole time.
It's tasty beer as always. I'm your host, and it looks like tonight I'm the only host.
I spent so much money on this episode. I went and bought a title belt and a wig.
Nobody else seemed.
I went and bought that whole outfit I was wearing.
Your intro is good. Devin took so goddamn long because he didn't get the cue, I guess.
Hot pants.
Dude, the hot pants are great. Those are perfect.
I wanted to look much like Randy Savage. Oh my goodness.
Oh God, it's Devon
Ugh.
finally showing up to take that ass whooping I'm gonna give him.
You just didn't change it. You just like.
Well, I'm glad he
there.
made it tonight.
And he like takes so
I'm
long.
gonna have to drop double
This is me trying to like fill the fucking time that he opened for me.
head ass whooping on him.
Oh my god.
That's why I want to be a fucking producer, so I don't have to be talking to people and doing shit at the same time. But he did do a great job. Like his
Nice to see
character,
you
and everything
finally
was
show up there.
his character, everything was perfect. It just poorly executed production.
Devon.
He just left that door hanging up for so long. Why didn't he rush over there towards his computer?
Has to show up for the show. Oh,
We'll see. Like to think that
Matt,
viewers hopefully hear
yours
this a
is the
little bit.
best one, Matt. I really
Well,
like
if
yours.
it's not obvious, obviously, Matt still had showed up. That man,
The belt.
I don't know if he knows how to show up on time.
That's me looking over trying to figure out if you're there.
Boys,
Like the music and everything, like it's
Who
so
the hell you
perfect.
play music on my goddamn show?
I'd like to show you what a real belt looks like, gentlemen.
Oh shit!
Whoa, that's a big one.
Hold on, let's swap over. That's a nice
Let's full
belt.
screen Neil real quick.
I can't do all that. I didn't set it up for it. We
Oh,
talked
you,
about
want,
this.
you guys just say can't full screen me, but that's okay. The people will
Oh.
know. The people will know.
I will say, Matt, was you vaping? Is that how you got the
yeah,
smoke?
yeah. I blew my vape in there
It was
in
good.
front of the camera.
It was good. The way you walk in is so perfect. It's perfectly on time too.
Not gonna lie, that's some pretty good music. Well, look who decided to join the.
Oh, that's what I had our names like as these wood boards
Yeah.
that would drop down and fall. I still have that animation for that. I might use it
The party.
later. I said, I'm not gonna lie, that's some pretty good music.
Boom.
Had the light show going on and everything.
Even see the third member of the rough.
Matt had the pyro, the whole 9 yards.
But
love it.
I think that's enough of all that. I have the wig up there. I thought about going and grabbing it, but I didn't want to step off frame. So, anyways, I think we've walked down memory road. We've had all the great points of the rough craft. I think anybody that's
think
still
we did.
here, we still got 6 viewers, guys. I cannot tell you. I hope
They're
this is
ready to
entertaining.
see what the new show is going to be about.
But I appreciate you guys being here. This has been awesome. I've enjoyed this. It's
This has 11 likes. That video.
really
That's crazy. That's crazy for us, anyway.
well, the opening's amazing, and then they're like, all right, let's go do something else now. It was just too long because it's just YouTube videos. It's supposed to be a podcast. But anyways, we did a lot of visual stuff. I've had a great time with the rough craft. It taught me a lot. I've had a lot of fun doing it.
Flipping the mic again.
I still want to do it in the future in some capacity. It's not an idea that has left me. And I thank everybody that's been a part of it. It is weird because this is really the last time. We're not going to do another goodbye stream. We're not going to do another Death of the
this
Rough
is it.
Craft. This is it. This is the last time the Rough Craft's ever going to be on your screen. And I just thank anybody that's been a part of it. I've said that already, but it means a lot to me. And I've put a lot of time and energy into this, and it's in any sort of positive feedback because I don't just following you awesome dudes. Thank you, Barbara. I don't follow through with a lot of the ideas I have. So to have followed through with an idea and have any one person tell me it's a good idea, and it's not by my own effort. It's a combination of myself, Matt, Devin, Neil, Logan, Sean Shank, Patrick Gauze, Brian Pierce. Is there anybody else I'm missing that's been on the show that you can think of?
Pat.
I said Patrick.
Oh, you
Was it
did? Okay.
God. I think it's his name. All these different people that we've had on the show that's been a part of it. I appreciate you immensely and thank you for being a part of this. And I hate to see it go, but I'm glad it's gone at the same time. So
Yeah, I'm ready. We're ready to start the new show.
we're gonna start a new show. It's a new thing, something that Neil's gonna be an integral part of, and I'm glad he's here. So Neil, if you would somehow, I don't know how, we talked about this. We didn't know how to do this, but I'm gonna let you, Neil, if you don't mind, be the one to hit the ceremonial button.
The proverbial button.
The
Yeah,
proverbial button.
this is your initiation into.
You're the one killing the
boys
rough
club.
craft.
Yeah, now you're
tried,
a part of the
tried.
rough craft.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Yeah, let's take a drink together. The
You
last
should've-
drink of the
why
rough
don't you get a
craft.
5-hour
Sprite
energy,
Zero.
Neil?
Yeah, I should have got a 5-hour energy.
I
for
should
this.
have gotten my guy here. No, I can't do that. It's probably full of
That
dust and
stuff
shit.
was so bad. Oh my gosh. I still to this day remember that disgusting concoction that I had to drink on that show. Anyway, guys, it has been fun. The viewers, y'all, it has been a wild ride, but we are ready to officially drop the hammer on this freaking show and bring you something new. So, without further ado, Tom, if you will roll the tape, as it were, let's get the new show started. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, that was a wild ride. It feels good though to be on the official real stream now. This is Not Worth Your Time, folks, and welcome in anybody who's a holdover from the Rough Craft, and also welcome back the Outlaw. I don't even know if he has another name. I just believe he goes by the Outlaw. And
that's Sheriff Outlaw to you.
the Sheriff Outlaw, pardon me, good sir, the Sheriff Outlaw. For those of you who might not remember him, the Sheriff Outlaw is a time-traveling former outlaw that is now a sheriff, and who also hates me and Matt's writing, and has a disagreement with me concerning Sasquatches. So with that fantastic setup, let's get things started.
All right. So where do I shoot first?
Did he shoot first? I was gonna say the gun comes out immediately. I love it.
I mean, it's my superpower. That was established in the last episode that I was on. The gun comes out when I wave my arms. It's my superpower.
I feel like your voice has changed, Sheriff.
Nope, it's the same.
It's the same.
I didn't change it at all for this character. I was just right into it. Now, if you listen, I saw that Dwayne guy. Whoa! See, it just pops off sometimes. But I saw that Dwayne guy, and he seemed pretty cool.
You thought he seemed pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
you two seem to have a very similar mindedness, I think. So,
what do you mean?
You both have superpowers, it seems.
Dwayne doesn't have superpower. He said,
and you're both time travels.
He said he had testicular cancer, and his whole body was a tumor.
That sounds like a superpower to me.
Don't laugh.
Outlaw
man has cancer.
Mr. Outlaw. Because I find cancer hilarious. Okay,
Jesus.
Mr. Outlaw Sheriff.
Yeah.
You had a disagreement concerning Sasquatches of me. Could you please explain a little bit further what that disagreement was?
Your book.
Uh-huh.
Your book. The Side Alpha.
Yes, Side Alpha.
Book one, Side Alpha. That's right.
No, but that's fine. That's good. It's good.
It's not book one?
It is book
You're
one.
Done writing. You're done.
I'm done.
After one.
That's it. That's it.
No. I'm asking.
No, I'm not done writing.
Okay.
I literally had another book come out. A story was in another book that Matt was in. The same.
Oh yeah, that piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot Barbara was watching.
Well, no, you didn't have a problem with anybody else's writing. You only had a problem with
everyone else's stories was great. This is your two.
Exactly.
Matt and Neil's are just awful. And y'all, they picked y'all to start it? Jesus.
Yeah. But you keep straying away from the Sasquatch question.
We're back to the because this whole thing is about the Sasquatches. You did something. You had them. They were sign language. They were using sign language to talk.
Okay. Yeah.
Like monkeys.
Yeah. No.
Like monkeys.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess there are monkeys that use sign language. Yes.
Yeah. Gorillas use sign language. Chimpanzees use sign language. Orangutans use sign language. But Sasquatches also use sign language. Have you ever met a Sasquatch?
I cannot say I've ever personally met a Sasquatch. I'm going to assume you have.
I have met plenty of Sasquatch. Plenty of Sasquatches. Like a whole tribe, a whole troop.
A whole troop. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
they are wonderful creatures, and they far in the future. They have their own tribes in Africa and Russia.
Okay.
And Canada.
The only three places that Sasquatches are allowed to be in the future?
Yes.
Okay.
We're in a holy war with the Sasquatches in the future.
Good grief. That's a big move. So here's the thing. I do have intelligent Sasquatches in my book. But I also have...
They use sign language. Sasquatches talk.
What? You have to be intelligent to use sign language. They also talk in the book. They just don't talk English. So that's
what do they say?
There. Huh? They say words. They use like
one falls off a ravine and they go. Oh! That's talking to you.
That is in fact talking.
That's talking to you. See, the Sasquatches in the future, they're big, 8-foot, hairy, like Wookiee-like things. You know, have you seen Star Wars?
I've never seen Star
Are
Wars.
you a fan? You've never seen Star Wars.
I literally did an episode about Star Wars on this channel. In fact,
You've never seen Star Wars.
I've seen it. I've seen all
Why
of them.
would you lie?
Because you intimidate me, Mr. Lawman.
That's right.
You do. I'm very scared of your gun, and I don't want you shooting me. So
It just happens. It pops off.
I
It
noticed.
pops off sometimes. Man, I really should have chosen a different voice to do this. No, he wants to hide. I want to hide my identity because I'm killing people. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Mr.
Guys,
Outlaw Sheriff, you are quite the guy.
Okay, so
So-
let's talk Squatch.
Let's talk a little bit of Squatch. So I do want to bring up. You bring up something that is a point that is made in my book.
gonna go get a
although,
drink.
Wow, that's
okay.
good. That's good of you to go get a drink. There are different types of Sasquatch. I mean, I think you might be mentioning that in the future there's Sasquatches from all over the place, or different parts of the world. Inside Alpha, it mentions a couple. There's one that's called the Muggian, and that's like a more
The what?
That's the name of it. It's a
He
Muggian.
mugs you,
Well, that's the name that was given to him in
so
Arizona.
he mugs you. The
Yes,
Muggian.
Muggian. That's the name of the. That's
He
the name
mugs
of
you.
the Sasquatch species.
Shoot him.
I would hope you don't shoot.
No
on
more
sight.
mugging. No more mugging.
But then there's also
Pull your
the
gun
Yeti.
out. No
You're
more
familiar
mugging.
with the Yeti, right? And I've talked.
Yes, the bighorn Yeti who
The
lives in
bighorn-
caves in Iceland.
He does not have horns. I think you're thinking of Star Wars.
He
again.
most certainly does have horns. I've seen them.
You've seen
They're big. They're like ram's horns on a gorilla.
that is very unique. I was to say, I
He
believe
doesn't
you've
use
seen
sign
it-
language though. What he does, the Yeti in the future, in the future,
Uh-huh.
not a
the
piece of
future?
fiction. What he does is he finds a bantha and drags it to the cave.
Okay, that he gets his arm cut off. Does that sound familiar to him?
Yeah, with my 6-shooter.
That's right. He cut off his arm with your
Arm
six-shooter.
gone. No arms anymore.
That's fantastic.
I'm just kidding. That's a Star Wars reference. Because you've never seen Star Wars. You don't understand it. Ain't that right?
That would be true if I had never seen Star Wars. I would
never
not
seen
get
Star
your
Wars.
reference. I have seen Star Wars. So you have you've seen Yetis, you've seen Sasquatch, you've been to the future, you've been to the past. However, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah. I'm stuck in the past now.
you're stuck in the past now. Okay,
But I have this cool like satellite laptop
that's pretty cool.
that's in the future. Something like that. I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on.
Now, where are you? What is the name of the town that you're a sheriff of?
Little Rock, Kansas.
Little Rock, Kansas. Okay,
Yep,
fantastic.
Little Rock.
A Kansas man. I like that. I like that.
Nope. I'm originally from Canada, Providence.
Canada province.
I'm a Canadian.
You sound very Canadian, actually.
Yeah, but that's before the Sasquatches took over my home and I had to move to fucking America.
So, Mr. Outlaw Sheriff Lawman personage, what else did you not like about my debut novel?
Oh boy.
I know it's a lot.
No, it's not that. It's just. All right, let's get into it. There is
Come on,
this.
bring
There
it.
was this. I'm trying. There was this character that was trying to get into the main character's pants all the time.
All the time, really.
He was trying all the time. And when in the what can I spoil the ending? It's been a year long. It's a year long
No,
book.
you can't spoil it.
I can't spoil the ending. Okay, yeah. Sorry. So sorry.
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 I'm sorry, everybody.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're. I don't know. I'm afraid of what you say when you say spoil the ending.
Well, what I meant was this character, this male character. There was
Okay.
a scene.
There's
in
only
the-
like a couple of them, so yeah, I got you.
There's the one. the one male character in your book. That's what I didn't like.
Oh, you didn't like the one male character?
There was
Okay.
only one.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
And then there was a Sasquatch.
There was. It
And
sounds like
then
you
there
really
was the
haven't
main
read the book
villain.
very much.
There was the main villain in the book. Go ahead. Go ahead. Defend
read
yourself.
You read you read the cliff notes apparently.
Yeah, and I got a laptop.
So
You know how hard it is to get power out here?
You didn't like Tillman.
Yeah, it's a laptop from the future. It's a satellite.
You
Shut the
didn't
fuck up, then. Sorry, I got voices.
You hear voices in your head. That's
I
good.
hear voices.
You didn't like Tillman. You said.
Oh, is that his name?
Yes, Tillman's the name of the only
The
real
cliff notes just said male
lead. That was it. That was
male
all it
lead.
said?
Well, besides the villain, but you know.
Okay. Well, and that's the one I don't want you to spoil. I don't really care what you say about the other people, but don't spoil the villain. Other than that,
See, look, I'm gonna be honest.
Uh-huh.
I was dragged into this fucking episode today. I was not expecting. I was not prepared. This was just jumped on me. I also just like Tillman's up. Yeah, Jordan Tucker in the chat. Jordan. What is that?
You had Jordan. You were right.
Was that Sue? Jordan Tucker. He said he didn't like Tillman. I like Tillman when he wasn't trying to wasn't trying to have sex with the MC. But you know, he was all right.
Evolution.
So the Sasquatch is here. What in your mind? What are Sasquatches? Sasquatch eye.
Okay, so you've seen the movie Harry and the Hendersons, I take it? Maybe not. It's an old movie. I like the idea of that Sasquatch are not necessarily just these bestial like man killers, right? I know there's a lot of the stories about them is that they are terrors in the woods and things like that. But I feel like if there were actually beasts out there that were just constantly killing humans, we'd probably hear a lot more about them, right?
Right.
So in my mind, there are at least nice versions of the Bigfoot. And that's where we tend to focus on in the original Site Alpha. It's not to say that there aren't other Bigfoots out there that aren't mean or vicious. It just means that those particular ones are kind of nice. Is really
all right. Well, see, we're this is where we're going to disagree here because
okay, fantastic.
Because the have you ever heard of the 411?
Yes, I know exactly about the 411. The missing 411.
Who do you think are doing that?
You think it's the Sasquatch?
It's the Sasquatch. They're probing humans for knowledge. See, I'm from the future. Like you got to remember, I'm from the future.
Right. That's right. You already know all this, right? Okay.
I'm from the future that got trapped in the past. Okay, so Sasquatch eye kidnap people, and Yellowstone. You got your redwood parks. You got Alaska. They kidnap these people on these trails, and they pick their brains to find out human technology. And this is what happens in the future. In I better not. I don't know if I should spoil it or not for you people, but
you should. You should.
In 2045.
Okay, I'm putting that on my calendar right now. 2045,
the Sasquatch guy will invade the United States of America and take over a couple of nuclear sites and then cause a meltdown. Have you heard of Fukushima?
Yes, I have. In fact, unlike the last time we were talking,
Chernobyl.
Yes, I've heard of that place too. Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna happen everywhere.
That was all Sasquatch that did those.
No. What the fuck was that? There was some kind of buzz in my ear.
There's a weird, I hear some weird feedback.
Temporal disturbance. They don't like that I'm telling you this.
I think it might be. I think it might be.
So I don't know what's going on. The voices are telling me something. But anyway, what happened for those still watching, we have God here as a producer. So what happens is the Sasquatch in 2045 take over all the nuclear plants because humans have been fed all this misinformation about nuclear plants by documentaries on Netflix. And what happens is they take over the nuclear plants and cause massive meltdowns everywhere.
I believe that actually, oddly enough, because I think that
you do.
I do, because I think that if there's a species is going to attack America, or not America, but just attack the human species, what are they going to do? They're going to try to take out things that are going to be inconvenient for us and would shut us down. If you took out nuclear power plants, if you destroyed them, if you cause lots of radiation, especially if these creatures can survive radioactivity, which I'm assuming these Bigfoot can.
Their fur acts like PPE gear.
Fantastic. Now hold on, real quick. We've got a surprise.
We do.
This is the ultimate in things happening that make no sense. Because
Good.
you insulted my character, and so I have reached into the ether and brought forth a version of Tillman to talk to us here and defend himself. He needs to
What?
defend his honor.
Tillman?
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say, the main character. Oh God, this is not how I pictured your voice. This is not how I pictured your voice when I was reading the book. I pictured it. I pictured it kind of, like soy boy.
Soy boy. He is kind of a soy boy, so that's okay.
he-
He must be.
Oh boy. Let's take this motherfucker out right now. Oh, yeah, I just killed a random pedestrian.
Random district. This is all
Sorry,
off and
man.
Wow, that is.
Yeah, but you haven't got laid, have you?
I should put up the disclaimer that this is clearly a Tillman
This
from
is
a
not
different
canon.
timeline.
Bad. Okay.
Tillman, I should warn
Let me
you
take
that
a
the
walk
sheriff
here.
has a magical gun that sometimes appears and sometimes
It appears like I just raise my hands, and boom, it's in my hand.
Sometimes it's out of your hand.
The gun is, mostly the character of this character. I mean, me. The family.
There you go.
The family.
I like that Tillman knows enough to know that it's the family. That is good. to the plebes. To the plebes.
Plebe? Are you calling me a plebe? I make a gun appear out of my hand. Boom, gun. But I'm a true red blood. Now, see, I didn't want to say this in the last time I was here, but in the future,
You're right. You don't want to say
Watch
it now.
Chris the Outlaw is a Sasquatch and a general racist.
On the show. This is
How dare your chat call me a Sasquatch eye? A
a
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch eye.
I am not part of the Sasquatchies. Sasquatch guy. I killed him on sight.
Boom, boom.
I
Implies racist.
I mean,
How do you plead? Real quick, I
may have been sent back in time.
Sheriff Outlaw, I do have a legitimate question for you.
I was sent back in time to eliminate the first Sasquatch.
What the heck?
To stop the Sasquatch War.
Stop the Sasquatch War.
To stop the Sasquatch War.
Your
I
name-
am.
Your name John Connor.
Oh, Jordan Tucker is getting really close. He's getting so close. I don't know if he's gonna cross that line, so please don't.
Bye,
See you, Chuck. Bye,
there you
Chuck.
go. I like it. Oh yeah, there you go. Bye.
You're
bye,
not
Tillman.
a real lawyer.
You're not a real lawyer.
Anyway.
Outlaw Sheriff, Mr. Outlaw Sheriff, sir. I do have a legitimate question for you. You mentioned that there was a judge that sentenced you to be the sheriff, correct?
Yeah.
Because you got busted for something. I don't know what it was.
I was
Robin
the
Reed or something?
leader of the gang who was hunting Sasquatch, but
Right.
they got a little rambunctious and started killing town
gotcha.
folk.
Was his name Judge Holden?
Oh.
Get out of here, Tillman.
Oh, Judge Holden. I don't like to talk about Judge Holden, but you know of Judge Holden.
I do know a Judge Holden, so that's why I figured that would be a
boy.
good question for the outlaw here.
What's your opinion on Judge Holden?
Well, he's the one that sentenced you. I assume. I don't know. I maybe not. He's a real judge.
You're
isn't
right. You're right. Judge Holden was my judge.
he? Okay.
He was the leader of the mob that wanted to lynch me, and then he saw something in me.
He saw something in you. I like how you
This
look
man's
at
a
the sky
this
when that
man
happens.
this man could, bring down some justice in his eyes.
I remember him
His
being
view
a.
of
I
justice.
remember historical records saying he was a rather large man. Is that accurate?
200 stones to a
two-
to a pound.
200 stone to a pound. I like it. I like it.
He was a big man,
So when you guys were out killing
hairless
these
and
hairless,
monotone.
there you go.
I mean,
When
not
you,
monotone. What's the word? Albino.
albino. Yes.
Albino. That's the word.
So when you guys were out rounding up the Sasquatch or trying to kill off the Sasquatch,
For some reason, our cameras are gone.
our cameras are gone. We're fixing it.
Okay. All right.
Um,
They'll be back up soon. Anyway,
but
yes. When I was rounding up Sasquatch Eye.
so while you guys were out there, this is many years ago, obviously, and what was the feeling in the gang? Like, did you let everybody else know why you were doing this, or did you just go out to take out Sasquatch?
Well, it was kind of hard at first to explain that we were hunting big hairy monkey men.
Okay.
And they tend to have some different opinions about who we were looking for. But when I informed them that we were actually looking for 8-foot tall men made of hair, they didn't
Right.
believe me, and it was kind of hard until I had to prove it. Now,
As
the way I proved it was I had to go out hunting by myself for a Sasquatchy, and this Sasquatch. Have you ever heard of the Terminator series?
yes, in fact, I have.
Okay,
I've
so
watched
I
a
had
couple
to
of those.
find.
Sylvester
Boy, I'm
Stallone is
coming.
great
This
in
is
those.
huh?
I said Sylvester Stallone is great in those.
Sylvester Stallone. He was in that in your universe, in your
Yes,
timeline.
exactly.
See, in mine, it was Henry Cavill.
Oh, okay.
He
Well,
was the Terminator.
that's impressive
in mine.
considering his age.
Well, the first Terminator movie came out in 2030.
Wow, that was
The first time
very
it was
different
ever thought
timeline.
up.
Very different
Yeah.
timeline.
So Henry Cavill, he was a Terminator, and he went back in time to hunt down, Sarah Connor, right?
Right.
So
right.
I was looking
Sounds
for,
familiar.
I was hunting down the Sasquatch, Harry Tudman.
What?
No, wait,
What?
that's not the right name. Harry.
I think you're clearly confused.
Yeah, I've been here too long. Harry Truman.
Truman. Okay,
I was
that's
looking for Harriet Truman, the leader of the Sasquatch, who births Caesar, and he takes over. He takes over. It's kind of like, have you seen the movie Planet of the Apes?
yes, I have. So,
So
Outlaw
you've seen
Sheriff,
that documentary about the Sasquatch is coming.
Mr.
Called
Outlaw
Planet of the
Sheriff.
Apes.
I believe you are a cinephile, sir. I believe you are.
I
Yes.
am not perverted.
Yeah, I think you are in fact are a cinephile, and
What does that
I
mean?
think that maybe sometime we should get on here and talk about movies. Evidently, 'Cause I think
What movies? Yeah, I would love to talk about movies. Have you ever seen King Kong?
no, I've never seen a movie called
You've
King
never
Kong.
seen King Kong?
It hasn't been invented in our timeline, I don't think.
What? That's crazy.
Say
King Kong was this giant lizard who
Did he have atomic fire breath?
no, he created an island full of humans
Oh,
and
weird.
called it Humanic Park.
Yeah.
And so that movie came out in 2015, I believe. And it was directed by George Zimmerman.
George Zimmerman. Mr. Outlaw Sheriff, sir, you and I will definitely have a wrong timeline movie talk at some point down the road. I think this is going to be a good call.
What's wrong with the timeline? I will come back. I mean, this was kind of, I was in the middle. I was in the middle of, doing my job.
Right.
And then I was
know
called
that you're
in to
a
come
superhero.
back, and then I was supposed to fight with you about Sasquatch. And I mean, me and you have a totally different view of Sasquatch.
I called you up and you were like, I'm going to go get a rope. And I was like, I know. This is like your catchphrase, right? So then I was like, well, hey, would you mind coming on the show? And you were really cool about it. I appreciate that. I really
Yeah,
appreciate
and
the
like
divide.
me and you may have had our disagreements on in the past about your book being a total piece of shit, but
Fair.
but I mean, you kind of saved yourself with tell me a different view of things in your timeline. So things are kind of different in your timeline, right?
It does sound like our timelines are a little bit different. Yeah.
Okay, that might explain some of the things that are different because like in your timeline, maybe Sasquatches are nice.
Nice. Possibly. I noticed that you seem a
Mine are
lot less.
fucking mean, man. They're like
I
like the
noticed that
Planet
your
of the
arms are a
Apes.
lot less spastic in this this visit. Have
My
you?
arms?
Yeah,
I'm trying not to, swing them around a lot
I
because I mean,
noticed.
this thing just goes off for no reason. Yeah, I've trained myself. I was in the hyperbolic time chamber in the desert of Nevada, and what happened was I spent 10 years in there, and
Jeez.
yeah, but it turns out it was like 2 days in here, and then
Hold on, you've got
so
time
nothing changed.
dilation,
I
and
thought my sentence would be up by now, but it's not.
you're still the sheriff. Sadly, huh?
I'm still forced to be the sheriff this
Uh,
I'm hoping they fire me because I'm just letting these people do what they want.
I noticed that. It seems like you either shoot people or you just kind of don't pay attention to anything.
I shoot the children?
Wait, what? I said you. Jeez, you shoot people. Um. Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Sheriff. I think one of
Are
these
you
times
can you tell Judge Holden to kill me or fire me?
I will. I will. In
Thanks.
fact, I'll try
And
to.
then maybe if he lets me go, we can talk movies.
Okay, that might be cool. So when your sentence is up, you're gonna come back here. We're gonna compare timelines to movies, and see what we can figure out, and see if we can find much more humor in that one, as I'm sure we will. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure this one kind of, hit the rocks as soon as as soon as the ticker went down to 0. This show went straight into the rocks. So
I appreciate that your sad sheriff face just brings me warm.
oh, that reminds me. What did your Titanic hit?
What did my Titanic hit? It wasn't an
Yeah.
iceberg. It was another ship. So
Iceberg. It's funny that you say an iceberg because I've never heard of the Titanic hit an iceberg. In my world, in my timeline.
you notice
The
that
Ti-
I don't seem to know my own timeline.
Yeah, apparently not. But by the time my Titanic hit a German submarine that was floating around full of frozen Nazis who died because they thought they were going to go to Antarctica and find aliens, but they didn't. They died and froze in a block of ice, and that's what the Titanic hit.
I was to say your Titanic must have come along many years after
It
my
was
Titanic hit. Either that or your Nazis came around a lot earlier than mine did.
Well,
so-
yeah, the Nazis invaded the Nazis invaded America in 1865, right before the end of the Civil War, and they tried to put a stop to it. But yeah, they tried to come into the the southern side, and those fucking assholes didn't know what they were
our
doing.
timelines might be a little bit too different. We
Maybe.
might be a little bit too extreme.
Is your Airbud a golden retriever or a German shepherd?
I don't even. I think ours is a golden retriever. I don't even know though.
Wow, that's crazy. Ours is a cocker spaniel.
It's amazing. It looks like you're falling asleep, Sheriff. Maybe I should let you go to bed.
I'm getting a heat stroke out here.
I can tell.
I'm in the desert.
I can tell.
Let me go back to the saloon. Let me grab me a drink.
Get me a drink. Okay. Well, Sheriff,
Beer
it's been a
Fest.
lot of
What
fun.
was that movie about for you? It seems like all the timelines have the same movie titles, but have
That's just
different
weirdly-
plot points.
Really, they all have the same titles, and yet they have different plot points. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. You and I are going to have a dedicated show. We can get together and talk about ridiculous movies.
I agree. Let's set that up.
So we're
for
going to bury
August.
the hatchet. We're going to bury the hatchet right here.
Hatchet buried.
There we go. Boom, boom. I like it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate your equivalent. Is
Sorry. I took a shot, man.
But yes, I think sometime you and I will have to come together and have a
Oh.
discussion about bizarre movie differences that make no sense, and I'm sure we'll find some level of humor in that.
I'm sure.
I'm
sure.
confident. I'm very confident.
Well, thanks for having me back. I
by
wasn't
all
sure
means.
if I was coming back because of all the, killing. But,
I'll kill it.
but I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be invited back a third time.
There you go.
I didn't know this character was going to be popular after,
Shooting
that train
people?
wreck of a first test episode, and this train wreck.
I was gonna say.
But I think we found
I'd be
a
a
good
mistake to bring
balance
you
for
back,
this guy.
but
I
I
think
think
we found a
you're
good
right.
balance.
I think we found the one. I think we found
I
the
think
one.
we found this fucking sheriff. It's a time traveling sheriff who's talking movies. All right, yeah, go ahead to end the show. I know. Hey, I'm sorry. I'll quit.
Everyone, for not worth your time. This was certainly not worth your time. But I want to thank Mr. Outlaw Sheriff Man. I want to thank our producer Tom on the Wheels of Steel back in Atlanta. I want to thank everybody at home, and I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful evening. This has been not the Rough Craft anymore. This has quite literally been the end of the first quote unquote episode of Not Worth Your Time. Y'all have a great one, and we'll see you again soon. Actually, we'll see you again in a month, but anyway, that's
All right. Well, before we end this, I just want to say, if you're still watching somehow, please come follow our new channel, Not Worth Your Time. And Tom, can you set this up for me? Look at the live stream. If you can set this up for me. No, on the live channel. Don't end the stream yet.
Damn it, dude. It's just right now we're just sitting on just watching the screen.
I know.
So what are we doing?
All right. So if you want to watch more of Not Worth Your Time, please look up the channel in the description and sit there, click it, hit
Wait
follow,
2 weeks.
hit subscribe, and we'll be live August 3rd for our debut show. And if you decide not to follow us, then
tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends to follow us.
Hey guys, check out this fucking show we're not watching.
But if we don't see you over there,